I'm Caroline. I started playing games on an Amstrad CPC 464, so that should tell you how old I am. That's enough information about that. I had a green screen monitor on that, which was great. I then moved on to Game Boy and then PCs until I got my first proper console, which was a Dreamcast. I have a lot of love for Dreamcast and won't take any abuse on that front. There was quite a big Xbox phase in my life as well. I love Mario, I love Zelda, so I've always had a bit of Nintendo in my life as well. These days, however, I mostly sit at my PC playing survival sandbox games with my partner, which is a lot cooler than it sounds, really. As I am a bit of a big mouth, I can't help myself from sharing social situations. I've been told over the last few years of Zoom calls, so I've forced myself on the group as a de facto host, but everybody else is going to speak for themselves. So I shall now be coming to Alex. Alex, introduce yourself, please.
Hello. Hi, I'm Alex Foster, and I have been a gamer, I'd probably say since the age of about 5 or 6, so like the mid-90s. I think my first ever game was probably a classic on PC, which was Tomb Raider 2. And I probably transitioned in the years following onto PlayStation. It's probably where I do the majority of my gaming. And I'll play anything really except horror games. I'm a bit of a wimp in that regard. But I generally love, your standard action adventure games, story-led narratives, things like Assassin's Creed, Uncharted, Tomb Raider, that kind of thing. Also open to like puzzle games and, anything really, as I said, except horror. But yeah, really excited to start having a chat.
Excellent. Jim, tell us about yourself.
Oh gosh, I started gaming when I was very young on a Spectrum, ZX Spectrum, and worked my way up through online role-playing games into sort of full-on sort of RPGs. I didn't actually start gaming on console until I was in my 20s, and since then I've primarily been online, doing online gaming. So I had a lot of time on World of Warcraft, and a lot of time helping to run a multi-user dungeon, text-based adventure game. So I like the social aspect of gaming a lot. And now I game as much as I possibly can around all of my other commitments in my life, but I'm really excited to be talking about feminism and gaming, because these are two of my biggest passions.
Excellent. Matt, as our token male, how would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I am Matt. I like just like everyone else, I have been gaming for the vast majority of my life. I believe my first ever game was Hercules on the PS1. And that was the start of a lifelong love of PlayStation. Went from PlayStation to PlayStation 2, 3, 4, and soon 5. If I can get it, I'll probably end up getting the vaccine before I get a PS5 at this rate. I love mainly single-player games, beautiful, massive open worlds with huge scale, ridiculously massive stories and monsters and villains and heroes. But I have also along the way, I've loved Pokemon, and never thought of myself as a PC gamer, but I've only recently cast my eyes back that I've spent hundreds of hours in the Total War games. And I think Rome Total War came out 15 years ago, and I was there really early then. And I've loved that ever since. And now I'm eking my way into more PC stuff as well. And as a relatively newborn feminist, it's only been about 4 or 5 years, it has opened brand new doors to me in the way that I see the world and consume art. So I'm so excited to get into exploring this lifelong passion of mine through the lens of my feminism.